and girls, your digestive system is one of the most amazing things ever. Now, your second largest organ of the entire human body is the liver. The liver is shaped a little bit like a boomerang. You know those things you throw and they come back to you? Well, this little thing, the liver, this is a little bit bigger over here. It shows you bigger. It does a lot of amazing things, but one I'm going to show you about today. Come here. It actually is a little bit like a filter. Now, anything I put through this is going to stay in here and let the water run under, right? Let's see if we can do it together. So, everything that you eat goes into your body, right? The first place that it hits is the liver. Now, say you were going to eat something that had some toxins or some things that weren't good for you. Well, guess what? It gets stored in the liver and it lets all the other good stuff go to your bloodstream and your muscles and your bones and everything else your body needs. So your liver is the first line of defense with the food that you eat. Now, it has something really cool called, ready? Silymarin. Yes, silymarin. Now that's just a big word, which means a strong antioxidant, which means it's fighting for your body to be healthy. The only thing that is found in, or one of the many things it's found in, is the artichoke. Where did artichokes come from? Join me over here and I'll show you. So if we were in the country of Africa and we came up into the northwest corner, all the way up to Morocco and Mauritania, you'd see this little place called the Canary Islands. Now they're tiny little islands, but with the Canary Islands, they actually found the first artichokes. Now, they quickly made their way into Europe and then all the way over into England, where even King Henry VIII grew his entire own artichoke garden. They were such a delicacy back in the 16 and 1700s that common folk didn't even get to eat them. Well, now you and I, we can go to any grocery store, especially in spring and fall when artichokes are in season, and buy an artichoke for probably less than $1. Join me over here. I'm going to show you 2 fun ways to get artichokes in your diet. So the artichoke is actually eating the bud of a plant, the little top of a plant. Now, you'll notice when you get an artichoke, if you've already had one, you'll notice it's got these little thorns on it. Now, these get really soft when you cook them, so you don't have to cut them off. Some people like to go around and cut the little leaves off like this. I've never really done that, but it's kind of a fun thing if you feel like doing an art project, right? Making your kitchen a little bit messy. Otherwise, what you can do, cut off this little stem here with a knife. All that's going to do is let the water absorb a little more quickly into the artichoke, so it cooks a little bit faster. Then I'm going to put this artichoke in about that much water at the bottom of a pan, put the lid on and let it steam for like maybe 25-30 minutes, right? Because it's getting all the way to the center. Join me in a minute, I'll show you what it looks like. It's ready to go. It did take about 30 minutes, but what we're going to do is plate up this artichoke. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, these leaves got so soft. See how some of them were cut? And we're gonna open it up. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful right in here? Now the reason they call it the artichoke is because this little part right here, these little hairs, you don't wanna eat them, right? So what we're gonna do is I'll show you how you do it. Any kind of leaf like this, all this little white stuff is the delicious fruit, I guess you could call it, of the artichoke or the vegetable, the edible part. So what you do is you put it in your mouth, drag your teeth along it, and it pulls off the meat of the artichoke. And you do this with every little leaf. It's so delicious. Some people like to dip it in a little bit of butter. Some people like to dip it in a little mayonnaise. I love it plain. Or you can dip it in the next thing we're gonna make, which is artichoke dip. It's so incredible. But let me show you really quick. Once we get all these leaves off, look what we're left with. It's so soft, I'm just gonna pull it apart. All these leaves are edible. Just the bottom part that I talked about. Now, once we pull all those leaves off, guess what happens? We get to the artichoke heart. And this is the most delicious part of the fruit or vegetable. So all I'm gonna do is cut these little hairs off. You can get a spoon, a fork, a knife works kind of well. Just make sure you have an adult with you to help you. I'm just gonna scrape it off onto here. Now, I'm gonna show you what this looks like when all the choke part is out. The actual artichoke is gone. Oh, it is so delicious. Now, you can actually buy these in cans, just the artichoke heart, right? They're in cans, sometimes in oil, sometimes in water. Now, if you look closely, this is the artichoke heart. Isn't that beautiful? Now watch, you can eat this entire thing. It is so incredible. It's almost naturally salty and delicious. It's so good. People use it in pastas, they use it in salads, and they use it in dips. So for instance, somebody's already gone to all the work to get the artichoke part out that you can eat in a can. So I just bought a little can like this, drained the water out, and cut up my artichokes, right? So now all I'm gonna do, take my artichokes, put them in this bowl, and we're gonna make the quickest, most delicious dip you'll ever believe. Now, the recipe calls for a cup of mayonnaise, but I'm only gonna do a half a cup. And I'm actually using olive oil mayonnaise, which is a really good healthy fat. It comes from olives. Okay, so we're gonna put olive oil mayonnaise in here. Oh, this is so good, you're gonna love it. Okay, now I add yogurt. Now I add the really thick kind of Greek yogurt because it has protein in it, right? And protein feeds our muscles. So I like to add the same amount of mayonnaise as yogurt, so a half a cup. I'm just kind of guessing here, so that's about a half a cup, okay? Then we're gonna add Parmesan cheese, my favorite. I love Parmesan cheese. Okay, now I'm gonna add about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese too, maybe a cup. Depends on how much I want, right? Now I'm gonna take it over here, do a little sprinkle of salt, maybe 2 sprinkles of salt, and some fresh ground pepper. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Now I'm gonna stir it together. Let me just borrow this spoon right here. I'm gonna stir it all together and you're gonna see all of that delicious artichoke getting stirred into the yogurt and the mayonnaise and the Parmesan cheese. Okay, now the nice thing about this recipe, you can put it in the oven if you want, but if you just want a quick after school snack, this takes like 2 or 3 minutes in the microwave, okay? Now, I'm gonna plate it up. And then when I take it out of the microwave, I'll show you what we can do with this amazing, fast, easy artichoke dip. Oh, it's ready. Oh my goodness, it's bubbling and delicious. Check this out. Now that was about 2.5 to 3 minutes. So you can go as long as you want, but my favorite part is obviously eating it. So you can eat it with anything you like, but to make it more nutritious, take some celery, take a piece of broccoli, even some asparagus, right? These are super easy to rinse, cut, put them up here, and you've got probably 2 of your 5 servings of vegetables for the day, right? Dip it in. Oh my goodness, it's so cheesy and salty and delicious. Let me see if I can get an artichoke in here. I'm gonna get broccoli actually. Get a piece of artichoke I can get you to see. There it is. You see that little artichoke on top of there? You can even see it right in here. There's chunks of artichoke throughout the dip, right? We've got the yogurt that makes it protein, really good for your muscles, and then we've got healthy fat in there too, because we're using the olive oil-based mayonnaise. Ready? That broccoli is so crunchy that the warm dip on there is delicious. Last one. Let's see how the asparagus works. I think I got a big chunk of artichoke right here. There we go. Oh my goodness, that looks so yummy. Look at all that cheese. Oh, that is so good. So this week, make sure 4 ingredients. Make the dip this week for your family, for your friends. Invite somebody over on the weekend. Make your artichoke dip. But make sure to take care of your liver by getting artichokes in your diet this week. Join me in the other room for yoga. All right, boys and girls, let's start out with surprise breath today. And what we do is we pretend like we have just seen the greatest thing ever and we're super surprised. All right, like this. And you hold it, and then we exhale out the nose. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 of them. Here we go. Watch me, I'm gonna surprise you. Exhale. Nice job, that was a good beginner pose. Now see if you can get even more air in this time. Here we go. Exhale. Nice job, let's do 2 more. Here we go. Last one. Make this the biggest one you can and let the air out a little bit more slowly as we come out. Okay, here we go. Exhale. Kind of like a little balloon that you're slowly letting the air out of. Nice job, way to go. So it's fun to fill up our lungs with a ton of oxygen, right? And then slowly bring it out. What that does is it helps our muscles to be able to function more effectively with oxygen and get it to our muscles and get it to our brain where we use it every single day and every single minute actually. So today we're gonna do some fun yoga poses. We're gonna start out with our sun salutation and then I'm gonna show you something called the yoga push-up. It's really fun, all right? So start out with me. Remember our sun salutation? Turn to the side or just find a place that's comfortable for you. Push the chairs in, make sure you have a little room around you. Okay, inhale the arms up. And exhale back down. Good, when you're here, just stay here for about 3 breaths and stretch these muscles back behind you. Your calf muscles, your quadricep and your hamstring muscles. These are all a good thing to stretch. So here we go, inhale. And exhale. Now, if they feel kind of tight, move them side to side like this. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now I have a little challenge for you while we're here. All I want you to do, take your left hand and put it on your hip. Take your right hand, put it underneath your right leg. Now, see if you can lift your right leg off the floor like this. So you're gonna bring the weight of your body into the left leg. You're gonna try and lift your foot off. You there? Try it again. Now, focus your attention on your breath. Inhale, exhale. Now see if you can slowly lift that leg up. Doesn't have to come up far, just slowly bring it down again. One more time. Inhale, hold it. Drop it back down. Nice job. Now let's try the other side. Okay, so the right hand comes to the hip to help support. Bring the weight of the body into the right leg and pretend like it's a tree trunk, right? It's super strong. It's gonna hold the weight of your body. Take your left hand, bring it around your left foot, and all you're gonna do is try to lift it up. Here we go. Nice job, you ready? Now, if you need to keep this knee bent, you can go ahead and do so. It's easier for me to straighten it, but pay attention to what works best for you. Take that leg, slowly lift it. See if you can hold it for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job, last one. We ready? Take that left hand, wrap it underneath the foot, and lift. Good, drop it back down. Okay, now that we're here, we're gonna come into plank pose. Okay, now here's the fun part. Come all the way into down dog. Take 2 breaths here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now here's the yoga push-up. All we're gonna do is put a bend in our elbows and then come back up. Okay? We're gonna do this 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's add 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Nice job. Okay, when you're ready, jump the feet up and slowly roll up. Inhale the arms up and exhale back down. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Let's switch to the other side. Okay, so arms come here. Try the sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. We're not doing the full sun salutation, just part of it. Now, we're gonna try and hold our legs again. Are we ready? So bring the right hand to the hip. The left hand is gonna wrap right under this foot. Now, make sure your right leg is stable and slowly lift. Now, if this is easy for you, see if you can lift all the way up. Right, you can even bring that leg out. Remember, yoga is never about competition. It's always about just trying our best and getting stronger every time. Let's try it 1 more time on the left leg. Slowly cup underneath, lift that leg up. Good, I can feel a good stretch in my back, and also these muscles are really working hard on my right side. Try to notice what muscles are working in your body. Switching sides. Take the left hand, place it on the hip. The right hand comes right underneath the right foot. Put a bend in that leg and see if you can lift that right foot off. You ready? Nice. Good. Let's try it a few more times. Inhale. Good. Now, even if you stay here, that's fine, remember? But if you can go a little higher, maybe this pose is easier for you. Come up to your knee. If you can extend it out. Good, last one. You ready? Just lift it off the floor. Take 2 breaths. And release, nice job. Take a big stretch here. Drop the hands shoulder width apart. Come all the way into plank pose. Remember, like the pirate ship, you're gonna walk the plank, and then we're gonna come back into down dog. All right, from here, remember we're gonna try our yoga push-ups. So we're gonna do 4 of them. Spread the fingertips wide. Look back at your feet, so you're relaxing your neck, and you're gonna push down and come up. 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 Nice job. When you're ready, place a bend in the knees, step or jump up, and rolling up 1 vertebra at a time. Good, giving your spine lots of room to stretch. Inhale, and exhale back down. Nice job. Now we're gonna end with another pose called side plank. Okay, now what we're gonna do is you're just gonna sit like this. First we'll do mermaid, then we'll come into side plank. So take that left hand and just place it right here, like you're just kind of sitting, but you're sitting up straight. So take this right hand, and we're gonna try and put this right hand between the hip and the hand. So there's a little space right here. Ready? Inhale up, and exhale, bring it right through. Good, get a little twist in that rib cage till you can feel those muscles. Inhale up, and exhale. Inhale up, and exhale. Inhale up, and exhale. Last one, inhale up, and exhale. Nice job. Now before we move to the other side for mermaid, we're gonna do plank or side plank. So keep those fingertips wide apart, and then make sure that your wrist is directly below your shoulder. You don't want it too far out, because then it's not gonna hold up your body. So keep it about right here. Now all I'm gonna do is stretch my right leg out, bring the left knee in, and try to come all the way up. Okay? Now if this is easy enough for you, great. If not, stay here. Remember, every pose is gonna be different. It's gonna feel different for you than your neighbor. Okay? Slowly bring that left leg out and breathe. You don't have to bring the left leg out. If you need your knee in, go ahead and stay there. 2 more breaths. We can do 1 more, let's do it. And bring that knee in and sit all the way back down. Nice job. We're gonna do 1 more mermaid. Inhale up and exhale. Bring it all the way in. Inhale up and exhale. Last one, inhale up and exhale. Okay, switching sides. All we're gonna do is come into boat pose. So bring your knees up. Don't let your feet touch the floor. Inhale and exhale. If you want, get your paddle on the right side, paddle on the left side, and come back out and hold it. Big deep breaths. Good, now move your feet over to the other side. Use that left or the right hand to be able to create a little space. Okay, and we're gonna take the left hand right through it. Big deep breaths, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Now where do you feel the stretch? Right? Is it in your rib cage? Inhale and exhale. Good. If we listen, our body will talk to us. It'll tell us all sorts of things, right? How it feels, where it needs to stretch. Okay, here we go. Last side plank. Spread the fingertips. Make sure it's directly below your shoulder, and then bring that knee out. Okay, so you've got a good base. Lift that hand up. Big deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you feel like you can take the leg out, this is what you do. Stack them right next to each other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more, you can do it. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale And exhale. Good, drop that knee back down. We're gonna do 2 more mermaids. Inhale. Exhale, bring it right through. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Doesn't that feel good? Get those muscles working. Okay, now come into crisscross applesauce. Take your hands back behind you. Clasp them together like this. And then we're just gonna point the knuckles back behind you so it opens up your shoulders. Now take a big deep breath here. Nice job. One more time. Inhale. Good. Release. Nice work. Now let's do daydream. Last week we did 1 minute and 45 seconds, so we're gonna move up to 1 minute and 50 seconds. You'll notice it'll go by pretty fast, right? So relax your hands, just let them rest on your knees, okay? Take a big deep breath. Relax your legs, both of them. Relax your feet, even your fingertips. Let your breathing pattern return to normal. So the only thing you're thinking about is springtime. Keep your eyes closed. More seconds. When you're ready, slowly wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Move your head from side to side. Open your eyes. Nice job. Let's take one final breath. This time keep your arms down, roll your shoulders back, and take a big deep breath so just the chest cavity moves, your rib cage. Here we go. Inhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And exhale. Nice job. Way to go this week. We'll see you next week on Yoga Me Do. Have a great day.